Mr. Smiley here with another war recap from Terps Win B1G. We followed up a pretty busy week against One Hive and a sync against Reddit Row with a much smaller war. I think a lot of guys are probably taking a war off. My Town Hall 10 is in a Thanksgiving scrim with the Reddened Alliance, so you don't have to worry about me sneaking in my own attacks here because my Town Hall 10 is in that scrim and my Town Hall 8 had two pretty crappy attacks. So we're going to focus on 3 Town Hall 9 attacks. We have the first one. I know Rob is unzipped and waiting for me to analyze his attack. Yes, that sounds really, really good. Alright, so creepiness aside, let's get a new color for Rob's attack. This is a beautiful attack. I know he was pretty happy with it, and you know, understandably so. We've been doing a lot of the QQLL, the Earthquake Laloons, where you focus all the spells on the kill squad, but Rob is kicking it old school here with this old school Shattered Laloon with the spells on the loons and the hounds, and the kill squad is just going to complete a smaller objective here. So he's going to get the kill squad coming in here between 6 and 9, drop a couple of golems, some wizard to clear the funnel, and then we're going to jump into these areas here, move back in here, take out Archer Queen, take out Clan Castle, take out 2 of the air defense. That's really his objectives here from this attack. Once those all go down, then he's going to make sure that he gets good spread on his hounds to take out as many air defense as possible. They're going to circle here on this air defense here and start moving around the base, take out this air defense here, and then he does a really, really good job of making sure he has all the loons on the outside up here spaced out, and then more than anything else, he does a fantastic job. I think he kept 5 loons here for the backside, and usually that's the difference between a 1 or 0 star Shattered Laloon and a 3-star is how patient you are with the backside loons to take out this bottom here, and also making sure you get a nice spread up here on the defenses to the north. I think he even kept a rage here for the bottom, so he's popping a rage here where there's a lot of defenses clustered and where he can get the most out of his pups, and then he does he realizes that he doesn't really need the rage here. I don't know whether he called an audible or whether he had it planned all along, but he does a really good job of keeping the rage for the backside, and those seem to be his keys to victory here. Let's erase all my scribble scrabble and watch Rob get it done. So we have a Tesla pop in there. Those, I'm not sure if this was a cleanup or initial attack, but those always have the potential to just wreck a raid if your golems start wandering where they shouldn't be. I think there's another one over on the backside also. Rob doesn't need to worry about that, just cleaning away the trash for a funnel. Drops a jump there after he gets all the trash away, does a nice job funneling in. Golems tank for the heroes, just going to work on a couple of defenses out there. The one jumps over, starts taking out the air defense, does a nice job of dropping his poison on the clan castle. It's a pretty deep set clan castle, so it would have been a pretty costly lure to try to get those out. Again, if you can lure out the clan castle with about 5 troop space and a poison, it's a no-brainer to try to do that before the raid. This one looks a little bit deep set, so Rob just drops it on the fly. Everything's going to be a little bit bogged down by the walls, so he starts sending in the hounds. Again, another Tesla pop has the chance of ruining a raid, but Rob does a good job with the loon spacing here. Another second fresh hound comes over, tracks some bombs. Again, there's a Tesla pop there. Air defense are close enough that the last air defense is doing a number on the hound, but at this point Rob sends his last hound over, starts tanking. Pups do a good job cleaning up where the loons have already cleared the defenses. Loons just start working around. There he goes with the rage. Oh, that's right, he had 3 rages. So bringing that jump instead of the earthquake that's what let him have that third rage for the backside, and that seems to be pretty key here. It's a pretty bold move by Rob to not use the rage on the kill squad and just have his kill squad take out the clan castle and the Archer Queen and the Burger King without any spells helping them other than that jump. There you get some rage goblin action. Gob squad, the real MVP, cleaning it up. Pups and loons, doesn't really get a nice spread on his loons, but also doesn't need it because everything's been cleaning up all along. Just a beautiful, beautiful attack. Hopefully we'll see some more of these from Rob. I don't think we've seen that many Laloons for him, and for him to, one of his first shattered Laloons, his first one that I've seen, for him to, it's just perfect. So let's go to another one. My favorite attack, the chosen attack of the Illuminati. We're going to focus on two Valkyrie attacks here. First one by my boy Crazy Dude. Ted getting it done with a interesting choice here so you see the clan castle here is a really deep set. That's going to be an expensive lure. But Ted has brought 3 loons and then also has some hogs here, and he's decided he's going to take out on the backside before the raid begins. He's going to start off with a backside that takes out this air defense, the cannon at 6 o'clock, and I think it's the mortar at 3 o'clock. He's just going to send these in for a massive trade-off that he's going to take out the backside from the start of the raid, and then he's going to also get the clan castle. So this is one of those anti-3-star bases where the town hall is over here, Archer Queen is over here, and there's a good chance that the bombs are going to be located on the far side to try to trick people into attacking near the town hall. So Ted is smart. He knows that the double bombs are likely going to be in the half of the base that is furthest away from the town hall. So you want to attack the town hall while it's fresh. Let's see. Get rid of my scribble scrabble. Once this backside is down, then he's just going to send in. He's going to do a double jump here. To be honest, I don't really remember where he does the jump. I think he breaks open a corner up here, drops a jump somewhere around here, and then is going to do another jump somewhere around here or here to try to get the Valks all the way through the base, and then is going to start sending in the hogs. So this is one of my favorite bully beatdown attacks as a Town Hall 10 with a Town Hall 9 is a double jump with the hogs then running wild through the base, to the back of the base. Valkyrie just completely core out the base. You can get a much bigger core with the 2 jumps. As a 10, I get to carry an extra heal. Ted doesn't get that here, but he's a better attacker than I am, and he gets it done with one less spell. So let's watch as he does it. So here we go with 2 loons here on the 6 o'clock cannon, 1 loon, or maybe that is 2 on the top. Couple of hogs. Not only is it taking out the archer tower, but that makes sure that anything that's in the clan castle that only affects ground troops is also going to come out. If he did not include the hogs and it had just been loons, then in addition to the loons probably getting shot down by this air defense, it would not have lured the clan castle loons. So he gets those all out in one nice space. Make sure he drops the poison, wait for it to go down before he lures them up to the top at 12 o'clock with an archer. So it takes a little bit of time, but it's also easier if you drop the poison as soon as the clan castle troops, especially with the dragon and balloons, anything that's variable speeds, it's probably best to just drop it on the spot rather than try to lure them out and have to use multiple archers and multiple barbarians in order to lure them to the edge and then just kind of gather them into a nice package for the poison drop. Just do it on the spot. It takes a couple extra seconds, or maybe even not that. But alright, so he wipes open he blows open a corner, makes sure that his funnel is nice and wide for the Valkyrie. You don't want them running and doing a victory lap before the attack begins. So he drops them there, drops a nice heal. Again, at this point, the splash damage of the balloons from the clan castle are down, so there's really nothing that's going to stop the Valkyrie from just running through the core, popping all the double giant bomb sets. Hogs, a little bit from each side, just kind of taking out point defenses. There's a big pack runs through a heel, takes out the crossbow, takes out air defense. I mean, usually in these bases, you're going to find that any good base is probably going to have most of the double giant bombs on the interior where the Valk can just pop them, and that leaves the hogs to run around the exterior. So you don't really have to worry about as much about your hog pack just running through into a double giant bomb set. With the double jumps for the Valkyrie, that just covers so much territory that the hogs just kind of path around, and they're there to do all the cleanup. With a base like this, your heroes, your golem are going to get stuck in the middle of the base, so having the hogs to survive to do the cleanup is pretty critical. That's usually where these go wrong, is if you didn't plan where one of the giant bombs are, then they kill the hogs, and even though you might have taken out all the defense, you're not going to get the 3 because you don't have enough cleanup troops. So speaking of Valkyrie, let's watch another HoVa attack, this one from TurtlePower, and he's the one who got me started on the HoVa attacks, and this is a beautiful attack by him. It's a pretty tough lure here. I think he's coming in here from, let's see, choose a different color. I think he's coming in here from the top. Yeah, he's coming in here from the top with his 2 golem. Usually you don't want more than 2 golem with a Valkyrie because they're so fast and tanky themselves that they're going to run in front of the golem anyway. So you don't want to take 3 golem with a Valkyrie attack because then the golem are just going to, be stuck in the pockets after the Valkyrie run past them, and your jump's going to expire. And sometimes you don't even need 2 golem. You could also go with 1 golem in the middle and then a couple giants. So you'd have 1 golem in the middle and a couple giants on the outside here. But TurtlePower 880 has decided to go with the 2 golem, which is pretty standard. So he's going to do the 2 golem attack from the northeast side, and I think he's going to pop a jump right over this town hall, and that gives access. Wall breakers give you access here to this chamber with the Burger King, and then the jump over the town hall is going to give him access to this likely double giant bomb space, this likely double giant bomb space, and then really all he has to worry about is a giant bomb set right here. It's possible there's a giant bomb back here, but usually you don't want to put the giant bombs around the perimeter because that makes them so easy to pop. So the key here for this attack is taking out this crossbow right here, because he's going to be sending in most of his hogs, and usually on these attacks I like to send in all the hogs in one wall that will sweep around the outside. Valks are very good at coring out a base, taking care of that, but then they have trouble busting through the walls. So the hog wall can sweep all the way around the outside of the base, the rind of the base, and just get rid of that. Here, if he only had the 1 pack and 1 heal, he could have dropped a heal right here and probably been safe as long as he gets this crossbow out. If he doesn't get the crossbow out, then the hogs are going to path over here and then cross over the double giant bomb set, and you're going to get a lot of bacon fried. So that's what TurtlePower could have just done 1 hog wall here, but he decided that he was going to try to push the Valk to the back of the base, and he's going to drop a distract giant somewhere over here and a couple of the hogs over here just to kind of funnel everything towards the back and take that out. So another nice HoVa variation. We got the double jump from Ted, and then here we have a single jump and 3 heals. So again, the Valk are probably going to survive as long as you drop a heal on them. It's nice to try to get an overlap between the hogs and the Valk and have both of them survive. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it isn't. You does a great job here of dropping the golem wide, dropping the wizards really wide because you don't want the Valk running around. It's a big danger with Valkyrie is that they're going to take a premature victory lap. But experienced Valk users like TurtlePower here is, you know, it's not gonna drop too narrow of a funnel. Yeah, the Valkyries start running out. Poison's going to kill the loons and the dragon. Probably pretty risky sending in the Valkyrie before the loons and the dragons come out. Fortunately for TurtlePower, they run a little bit in the opposite direction. He did have the heal, so he could have just dropped a heal, made sure that the Valkyrie are protected. But typically it would be ideal to just wait until the dragon goes down. This base, it's a pretty tough lure, so he didn't want to waste a ton of troop space on a lure. There, at this point, he's pretty much cored out the base. Valkyrie are still up, but they're really not going to do too much. It's always kind of a tough call how many Valkyrie you bring. Generally, it's going to be somewhere between 6 and 8 is the ideal number. On a wide open core, you're going to want more Valkyrie. On where you have a pretty narrow core, you're going to want fewer Valkyrie and more hogs, just in proportion to how much of the base the Valkyrie can get. The Valkyrie will chew through one of the walls, but they're bringing more Valkyrie because they clump and they can be taken out by splash damage, and also because the walls prevent them from finishing off the base. Sometimes, in my experience, more than 8 Valkyrie on a Town Hall 9 raid, or really any raid, isn't going to give you much more of a punch. Taking out the building slightly quicker isn't really going to make that much of a difference because the Valkyrie, 8 Valkyrie or 6 Valkyrie, are really going to be enough to take it out without the additional Valkyrie. So here he only uses 6. He uses more hogs and more wizards, and that did the trick. So it's another recap video. Let's go Terps.